Hi guys, it's Nez here. In today's lesson on the challenge, I'm going to be showing you how to generate backlinks to your website by posting on forums. It can be quite an effective strategy, however there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. I'll be explaining both of those ways in the lesson and showing you how to do it the right way. So let's go and have a look. Now what we're going to be doing with forums is essentially an extension on Sam's lesson, which was how to build backlinks to your website by commenting on blog posts. We'll be doing the same thing with forums, however the process and methodology is a bit different because forums and blogs are very different beasts. Now the key thing about a forum is that if you are overly commercial in the way you post, or if you're very obviously trying to sell something, you're not going to build a relationship with the forum community, and you're also most likely going to get banned. So the key thing here is to always add value, which is a pretty good philosophy for everything you do online anyway. If you add value, it's always going to benefit you in the long run. So if we want to find ourselves a forum, the thing we need to do is go to Google, and we can use your keyword phrase that you've been targeting so far during the challenge, and you just add the word forum to the search. So for myself, I'm actually working on some iPhone app development at the moment, so I'm going to pop in iPhone app development forum, and we'll see what comes back. Now we've got some ads at the top here which we obviously aren't too interested in, and I'll also use Google Global up here to make sure we're on a USA version of Google, so we've got the best possible return of results. And we'll just have a look at a couple. Now we've got iPhone app dev SDK forum. That might be interesting, so we'll open up a tab for that one. That looks like the same website. Forum MacRumors. And MacRumors is quite a big website, but they've obviously got an iPhone app section, so we'll have a look at that one. And I think that might do us for the purposes of this exercise. Right, now let's have a look at the first one. iPhone Dev SDK. Now that looks like an interesting forum. I'm just going to have a quick scroll and work out whether it's a fairly active forum, and quite obviously it is. So I think we'll be registering ourselves for that one. And let's have a look at the MacRumors forum as well. I want to go to the top of the forum, and let's scroll down and see where our little iPhone app section is. Scroll back up a little bit. Okay, so they've got a fairly comprehensive section here on iPhone and iPod Touch apps, so we might actually have a look at that as well. That could be beneficial, even though it's quite a mainstream niche. It does look like it drills down to a certain degree. Now just before we head off and register on both of these, we'll have a quick look at the FAQ, or the rules for the forum. It's always a very good idea whenever you're investigating a forum to have a quick look at the rules to see whether, one, you can actually use links in your posting, so you're actually able to generate any kind of backlink to begin with, and two, it's always a good idea to have a look because you get an idea before you even start whether the rules are very restrictive or whether it's a fairly open forum that encourages lots of conversation. So let's have a look at the FAQ rules for the MacRumors forum. Now interestingly there, they've actually got quite a comprehensive guide here. A lot of forums will really just have a post on the forum like we have on the challenge, or they'll have a simple page that just discusses the rules, whereas MacRumors has obviously gone into quite a lot of detail. So let's just scroll down, and we won't bother reading through all of this. The things to take note of here is instantly bannable offences, so they're letting you know straight away if you do these things you'll get dumped off the forum pretty quick. And they've got a section here on self-promotion, which is obviously something we need to have a look at, advertising and soliciting. So they're giving you a very upfront idea of if you go overboard with the way you do any kind of self-promotion or talking up your own product, then you'll obviously instantly be banned. And they've also got a bit of an etiquette guide at the bottom of things not to do. So that's quite good. Let's have a look at the iPhone SDK forum and see what they've got. Now theirs isn't as immediately apparent. Let's have a look at the FAQ. And they don't even seem to have one. So you'll probably find on the iPhone SDK forum that they've probably got a post in here that actually has all of the forum rules. So what I'm actually going to do now, because it's quite a similar process for both forums, I'll quickly pause this video while I go and register for both, because both of them have a registration page link. Interestingly, The iPhone SDK, when you go to register for the forum, it gives you the rules, which is quite good. So you know the rules. They're making you read the rules before you sign up, so you'll find that in forums as well. So there we go. So I'll just quickly pause the video and I'll come back registered and logged into both forums. Okay, now I've registered for both forums and I'm logged in. So now the first thing we need to do is have a look at the profile for ourselves. And we do that by visiting the user CP link. Now that's the same link that you can see on the forum, so many of you have probably already done this part of the process before. So we'll click on user CP. And we want to go down to the edit signature section. Right, now before we actually adjust anything, we'll actually have a look at the signature permissions. And you'll see here that MacRumors forum doesn't allow for HTML and doesn't allow for the uploading of images and things like that. So they're a little bit restrictive in what they do, but that's okay. We can still use the forum signature. So I'm going to use find out more about me, and this is an absolutely terrible forum signature, but I don't have my iPhone app website up yet, so I can't post that. So I'm just going to do a dummy signature setup here. So I've got my little anchor text right here, and I'm going to highlight that, click on the link, and pop in the name of my website. Up we go, and you can see that it's adjusted it and wrapped the URL tag around there. We want to have a bit of a preview, and we can see that that's what the signature is going to look like in the bottom of any posts I do. Now obviously this is not the kind of signature you'd post in your own market. You'd find a little anchor, you probably wouldn't even put the little text in the beginning. You might just have an anchor text URL for the keyword you're targeting with the website you're wanting people to visit. So we'll leave that as it is for now though, and then we'll go and have a look at the iPhone SDK forum. Same thing, user CP, down to signature, and we'll see what kind of rules they don't allow HTML either, but we'll go up and we can do the same process. I think this time we'll just use the name, andrew-nesbitt, and we'll pop in the URL, and again we'll do a preview, and you can see that I've now got the link in the bottom of my post, and we will save the signature. Now I'm not going to go through the process of writing a post today because that's pretty self-explanatory and most people who've used the challenge forum will have done so already, but I discovered a little feature on the iPhone SDK forum here that I think is well worth having a look at, because we'll see some good examples of people using anchor text links inside a post. So let's scroll down. This is probably my favorite title for a forum board ever, shameless advertising. So I know well ahead of time that when I do have my iPhone apps ready to launch, I can come to this website and I can link to them. Now before I do actually show you that, I just want to quickly show you with the PageRank extension I've got installed in Chrome here that this site, iPhone Dev SDK forum, has a PageRank of 4, and the MacRumors forum, it's not actually showing up for some reason. But I'm guessing with MacRumors being such a well-known website, actually maybe it's because I was on the control panel page. There we go, back to the front page, and you can see that the MacRumors website has a PageRank of 7. So they're both quite good sites in terms of PageRank. The forum's a PageRank of 6, but still quite high. But we'll just have a quick look at the shameless advertising thread, and we will pick someone's article to have a look at. Now normally I would show you a post that was quite interesting and I'd actually write a reply to it, which is what you'll do most of the time. You'll talk about why you think that a particular post might have been interesting, and you'll add your own little 2 cents to it to continue the conversation and add value, as we were discussing earlier. But for now we're going to have a quick look at a post here. Let's see if there's something pops out that might be good. Storage cat, that got a bit of a Schrodinger's cat feel to it, so we're going to have a look at that post. The theme of this game is to clean up the storage box, and you can see that whoever Loho is in Japan has put a screenshot of their game, and they've also got a couple of links in here. One link goes to a YouTube video for the game, and another link goes to the App Store URL for the game. Now if Loho was actually being more proactive here, he might actually have a link to his website in his signature, but he hasn't got that. But in the post you can see that there's anchor text links in there that will lead to the external website, so he's effectively linked from this site to his YouTube video and iTunes store, so he may not even have a website. But there you go, pretty straightforward. And just keep in mind that with forums it's always important to build those relationships, because they can become quite a good source of information as well as a good community feel, because sometimes doing this stuff online could feel a little bit lonely depending on what your market might be. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you later.